Now, is Lyft going out of business in 2019, maybe in 2020? No, I don't think they're going out of business. I just think that they're trying to get rid of a lot of drivers that assume that they could work full time. Now, me, I work part time. I really work just 1, maybe 2 days a week, if that. And I really just drive with Uber. I drive with Lyft occasionally if I get a decent ride. The last time I've driven with Lyft was August 17th. And on August 17th, I was still making 69 cents a mile, 24 cents per minute. Now, as of today is August 26th, 25th, and most likely things have changed here in Philly. I have no idea. I haven't driven for Lyft since that day, but I'm going to test it out this week. If Lyft really decreased the pay to a point that where I'm getting 45 cents per mile or even less than 69 cents per mile in the city because it's paying me to pick another passenger up, no. I'm not going to drive with Lyft. Only time I'm actually going to drive with Lyft is New Year's Eve if it's prime time. My opinion, I'm really surprised Lyft did this first. Lyft is paying drivers less than Uber. Usually Uber will change the pay scale for drivers first. Then Lyft will follow suit. But now Lyft is fucking over drivers. I'm not loyal to anybody. Uber, Lyft, Trip, Via, whatever it is. But when a driver is making less every single year, it is time to start driving with these companies. And I'm really surprised that Lyft is doing this. One, either Lyft is going out of business, or Lyft is deciding to sell their company, or they're trying to get rid of a lot of drivers. They want people in their car driving for them. That's it. Now, if you're renting the car, you're still going to make less money using their rental, which is garbage. Like, I've seen a video today where somebody, I think he said in Las Vegas or Arizona, they're making 25 cents per mile with their rental from Lyft. That is crazy. That is too cheap. When I rented the car for Lyft, I was making 40 cents per mile. 40 cents. I couldn't do it anymore. I think I had it for like 2 weeks just to test it out. And I was like, this is worse than when I first had it in 2018. 2019, most likely, if you make 19 cents a mile, Lyft will pay you 10 cents a mile, right? And people will still use that damn car. The only reason you should be able to use that car if you're really desperate, because right now they're giving out nice cars. They're giving out, I think, a 2018 Santa Fe. And the main reason I know this is because I see this a lot here in Philly. Majority of Lyft vehicles, for some odd reason, they have New York license plates. But is it worth it to rent the car for less money? If you have a full-time job and you need a car just for 2-3 weeks, right? And you don't mind picking up the 20 passengers just to keep the car for the week, you're gonna get close to making the money that you need to pay for the car. When I see drivers driving around in that car, I feel so sorry for them because there must be a reason they're in that car. I mean, like, I picked up so many passengers that don't have a car at all, and I tell them how much it was to rent that car, and they tell me they would not do it. They would rather take either public transportation, or Lyft and Uber because it is cheaper, or just finance a car. You know, finance a car. You can finance a cheap car for about like $10,000, $9,000. You put $2,000 down or $1,000, $500 down, and finance it for about like a couple $100, depending on how good your credit is, per month. It's definitely gonna be a lot cheaper than paying for the car for Lyft. But I understand you don't pay for insurance, you don't pay for repairs, you don't pay for wear and tear of the car. You can return the car back anytime you want to. But you have to realize if you get into an accident with one of their cars, man, it's a big ass hassle. And they change the policy with accidents every single year. With me, if I got into an accident, for me to get into another car, even if it's my fault or not, I have to give them $500, right, just to get inside of another car. And let's say, for example, that it wasn't my fault that the accident happened, I wouldn't have to pay for anything. But if it was my fault, I would have to pay the difference. I think it was like $2,500. I would have to pay $2,500 plus the $500 to get back in one of their cars. No, it's definitely not worth it, man. Especially the way that they're decreasing the rates every single year. But I understand most states, like down south, you know, you might have a long distance to travel to pick someone up. Still, you should not be paying someone 25 cents a mile, 40 cents a mile. Like every single year, the pay is declining. Now, imagine working for a company, right? Let's say Comcast. And you have a Comcast gas card, you have a Comcast vehicle, you get a Comcast cell phone. Everything's offered to you for $19 an hour. Let's say you're making $19 an hour with Comcast. But the company says, well, we're going to give this to you, but we're going to have to decrease the pay from $19 to $15 an hour, even $14 an hour, because you're using our property. Would you do it? No, you wouldn't do it. Some people would, but a lot of people are like, well, what is the point? Like, you're supposed to be paying me $19 an hour, but you're going to pay me this much money because I'm using your material, I'm using your van, your gas card. That's kind of sketchy. But it doesn't make any sense why someone's using the rental and paying so much money for the rental. It doesn't. Like, I've used the rental and literally I was working like a dog. I was out there driving a lot. I was sitting in the car waiting for rides, and it was just annoying. Like, you can only use one platform. Even Uber, when you use a car for Uber and you only drive for Uber, you only use one platform. But Uber here in Philly, because of the students, because of the people that don't have cars, the market is better here in Philly for Uber. And I know a lot of people out there might say, well, you're supposed to hustle, you're supposed to hustle. How are you hustling when they're hustling you? You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't make any sense. Every single year, when I started driving for Uber and Lyft in 2018, I think in May or June of 2018, I was making 91 cents a mile. It is 2019. They decreased it from 91 cents a mile to 69 cents a mile. That's the last time I've driven for Lyft, and that was August 17th. I haven't drove for Lyft yet. I'm going to drive for Lyft this week, Labor Day weekend. And if they decrease the pay, I'm going to do one ride. They decrease the pay to 40 cents a mile, 45 cents a mile here in Philly. I'm going to turn the app off until I see a surge. If there's a surge, I'll take it. If not, and it's rare that you see a surge here in Philly. But thank you for watching. Like always, like, subscribe, and share. Leave a comment if you feel like it, and I'll see you next time on the channel.